So this is Z2.1. You got an English language translation patch on, which translates something into English, and they had to work harder around the character limit. I think there's been a newer patch than this, but it looked to be slightly worse from what I saw of it. Crow Bruster, and despite his official birthday being then, he's going to be 1111B, because why wouldn't he be 1111B? What sort of lunatic are you to not have Terada's? But actually, Terada's birthday's bad in one of the Super Robot Wars games. You've never cared for the OG characters. You've never found them likable or enjoyable. What are you talking about? How can you not like and enjoy Rand? I mean, Hibiki sucks, but Rand, Crow, Kyosuke, Zengar, Ratso, Kasua. Not Bullet, he sucks. Katina? (1111B) gives you a tune, concentrate, invincible driver. Yeah, like that's that's the good one. Yeah, in one of the games, Strada's birthday is bad because it gives you all of the really good spells, but you never have enough stuff to until like level 90. You never have enough SP to actually fucking cast the things. So here we go. Many worlds, many cosmoses, so-called parallel worlds, which should never have interacted, nor did they, until that day. The great space-time quake began in one of the worlds, demolishing the dimensional walls that kept all the worlds separate. The result? There we go, that's much better. The result was the commingling of these worlds, and the birth of many new ones to form the multi-dimensional world. With this new world came new meetings, and those new meetings begat new wars. The newly formed multi-dimensional world was gripped by chaos well after its founding, only at length settling into several new orders. Our story unfolds on one of the countless Earths in the multi-dimensional world. This Earth, with 2 moons and 2 Japanese island chains, has finally attained order 2 decades after its creation. From its surfaces, orbital elevators stretch into space to meet an orbital ring, while clusters of space colonies grow at the Lagrange points. This is not a world at peace. The majority of this world is aligned behind 3 great powers. One is the Britannia Union, created when the Holy Britannian Empire and the International Federation both found themselves occupying North America following the Great Space-Time Quake. Another is the AEU, combining the nations of Europe, and the third is the Human Reform League, forged from Chinese Asia and the Russian bloc. These so-called 3 great nations vie for world supremacy, wielding in practice the international authority that the United Nations has in name only. It is also under the aegis of those 3 nations that the Colony Management Collective that oversees the space colonies is organised. The 3 great nations remain in a state of Cold War, marred by a series of worldwide skirmishes. Wars between the lesser nations, armed resistance movements and terrorist strikes are rampant. The arrival of humans from the Astraeus galaxy 2 years ago, many of whom went directly to work as mercenaries for the armies of the world, only fanned the flames. Mankind also faces common enemies. Among them are the dimensional monsters, life forms from other worlds brought by the Great Space-Time Quake. As raids by the Image have decreased since the Great Dimensional Quake, dimensional monster activity has increased steadily. The embers of widespread anxiety and rage swirling around the world poised on the brink of a storm. Revolution. We'll cover what happened to Africa. Africa's all jacked up. You found Rand enjoyable until he got on your nerves. I have no idea how Rand can get on your nerves. I think you might just be a broken person, but that's fine. Instead of just not giving a shit about OG characters, what you should do is take each character as they come, no matter where they come from, and see whether you like them or not. And yeah, Char Aznabrit is where in one of the comics, Bullet stands in the shadows with Char's helmet on, And he says some Shah lines, and Kasura's like, "What the fuck are you doing, idiot?" And he's like, "I'm Shah Aznabullet." And then she punches him in the fucking face because he sucks. But here we are. This is the Britannia Union, and we're in Chicago. So here's Crow. Mr. Crow Bruster. No money, no home, no job. I haven't got anything. Now that I've ditched all my belongings, all I have is this 1G. $1 only. And the debt I have is 1 million G. I'm supposed to pay it back today, but there's no way. On top of that, I quit the army and became unemployed. Well, worrying about it won't get me anywhere. Let's let my fortune decide what will be made of tomorrow. I'll toss the coin. If it's heads, I go back to the army. If it's tails, I'll find another way. Here we go! Yeah, out goes the English sub, in comes Ethan Dub. And here's Zenny Tori. Zenny is money, and Tori is the past, like, to take. But Tori is also a bird, so he's a vulture, right? He's the money bird. He's a vulture, but also he's the money taker. He's a loan shark. Mr. Crow Bruster, let me take that 1G to start. Hey, give it back. That's all the money I've got. Don't care. My job's to take back the money you owe. Well, I'm not going to shirk my debt. I know. After all, you decided on your own to shoulder the debt of your dead dad. But that was terrible. Yeah, that was terrible for your dad, dying of illness after going bankrupt. But man, really nice of you. 1 million G. Something you couldn't get except by winning 2 or 3 times at the lottery. You weren't even the guarantor. By renouncing your inheritance, you wouldn't have had to pay the debt back at all. And then Crow, my dad was a real jerk. He sucked. My dad was a real shit. But he was still my dad. Shouldering his debt is my way to pay him back for the cost of raising me. Is it back to Senatori? Well, I don't really care about your family history as long as you pay me. So, how are you going to do it? Didn't you hear? This 1G's all I got. Quit joking! Masaka! You have to repay me today. This wouldn't even cover the interest. I can't give you something I don't have. Huh? Alright, I'm not trying to make a fool of you. I swear, I'll pay it back. Alright, quit your nonsense. If you can't repay me today, then I've got an idea. I'll repay you no matter what. I can't today, but tomorrow. If it's still impossible, then the day after. But I'll do it, no matter the cost. Then, by going back to the army. So, you know my personal history? Of course! I finished my investigation a long time ago. I knew you were in that Firebug Special Force. Firebug. Or you could read it Firepug if you want, but it's Firebugs. Your profile's pretty dark, you know, so different from that light-hearted look. But your skills are amazing. Instead of wasting your time in the army, you should get a good job to earn money. Let me tell you one thing. Crime against my principles. Well, isn't shirking payment a crime? Well, you got a point. Quite a shrewd man. And then Zenitore. Looks like your eloquence is as good as your piloting skills, but that kind of flattery won't help with your debt. Alright, think about it. We're living in such an unstable world. Got messed up in that big space-time quake. The big three just keep glaring at each other, and on top of that, the strange monsters showed up. Yeah, I know. And that's why! You can get as much money as you want as long as you have the skills. Even an idiot like you, if you just let yourself follow my orders. So quit hesitating. If you don't, you'll get into trouble. Alright, that's enough. Threatening people goes against my principles, so... You want to pick a fight? No, I mean... It's not that I want to use violence to do something about my debt. No. Then, kaboom. Nani heck? It's just as you said, we live in an unstable world. It seems that this place is no exception. The 1 million G man. A war? Here? Going all out in the middle of town. What are those guys thinking? And now, terrorist. To every person that can hear my voice, we are the World Liberation Front, the WLF. and will right now destroy this Action Foundation lab, which supplies weapons to every country. Wait, what's that, ball? They say that while pointing at mecha created by the same company. Hey, young man, those WLF guys, they've been known for doing acts of terrorism after being made unable to live from their mercenary because of the Action Foundation deal business. So they're increasing their strength by unifying with other people and getting money from war who haven't been left on the side. Seems like their target is the Action Foundation's lab over there. I mean, Crow just exposition, man. He's like, these guys been put out of work, they're mercenaries, and now they're terrorists. Wait, Action? Isn't that the biggest business group in the world? According to those guys, rich people are the pawns of the leaders of this world, and if it's to reach their goals, they don't even care when if they involve normal citizens. Being here is way too dangerous. Like, we need to get out of here. And what are you gonna do? Just found my new employer. And then this is a researcher. Chief, let's run away. This place is way too dangerous. And then Trier. Beautiful Trier. Incredible. What are you saying? Do you want to throw away number 0? Well, it is an unfinished product and we couldn't even test it, but still. What are you doing with that mask? This is no time to goof off. Sorry, the messy situation just gets me in that mood. That stupid man might have even hired those terrorists to get rid of me. No, he would never. Alright, jokes aside, there's nothing to do about it. The army won't get here in time anyway. And then here's Crow. So, you're the boss here? And you are? Introductions come later. If you have a mech, then let me kick these guys' butts. Hey, would you by any chance be a hero of justice? He's like, I just want to get rid of the terrorist, alright? And then she's like, oh, alright. I like your style. We'll get beaten anyway, so given a chance to an idiot like you wouldn't be too bad. That's right, an idiot's like any tool, effective when used right, so let me show you. And then the terrorist, leaders of this world will lead it to its doom. To create a new order will destroy this world. Or current regime or whatever. Yeah, how shit of a mercenary do you have to be? It's because they're bad dudes. So he's go, Nani, what? Alright, quit it. Yeah, quit it now, minion. If you want to start a revolution, then do it in some place where you won't be a nuisance to townsfolk. Kisama, how dare you? You saying our sacred war's a game? Sacred? Huh. Using those kind of big words prove you're not ready to fight. That'll be your epitaph. Everyone, let's get him. Wow, now you're really acting like a villain. Okay, you hear me, meddler? Looks like you know a thing or two about piloting. A thing or two? Well, I might not look it, but I know how to pilot a robot before even being able to walk. You can say it's one of my numerous merits. The machine you're piloting is number 0. Its nickname is Bruster. This is a brand new product which hasn't even been tested yet, so don't be too rough. I don't know if I can fulfill that promise. What? Bruster, eh? Alright, now that I get to pilot you, it's the end of the line. However, your first fight is bound to end in victory. And here we go, it's Crow in the Bruster. It's alright. Crow's alright. He's a good boy. He's got good moves. What's up? Do we have an SR point? I'll look it up. SR point. SR point. Destroy all enemies in 3 turns. Sure, we can do that. Bunker break. I mean, that's eagle shot. Why not? Let's shoot the man. So Crow, fight a nerd. Living without causing trouble to other people is one of my principles. Guys like you are just a nuisance. Here we go, Bruster. Let's smash this one first. The Bruster? B-R-A-S-T-A, Bruster. is whatever you want it to be, really. We get to pick later on whether we want it to be shooty or punchy. But right now it's a hybrid. It's objectively better shooty because Crow is like a super support dude. Like everything about him is built to be really good at support. And the melee one's big move doesn't have the range to do the good stuff. Green light! Crow speaks a lot of English because he is from Chicago. He's a Britannian from Chicago. Yeah, we do have to sit through Crow sniping mode if you take him to be the shoot man. No, it's not that being a terrorist is a high salary job, it's that these dudes are like, the action company have put us out of business by making it too hard to be a mercenary. So, fuck everything. Just a second here. There we go. There we go. Alright. More just a second. Okay, well the analog stick's right. And I believe the D-pad, yeah, the D-pad's right. Oh yeah, look at that! You can zoom in and out. Finally, it's been a while. Yeah, Crow definitely gets paid per frame. I suppose I should get that off the screen. That's going to be annoying to remember after not having to worry about that ever. Since the last time we did this. I'm dead! Easy as falling off a log. Well, my role ends here. I'll let the army deal with the pilots who escaped. Hey, not bad, meddler. Thanks to you, Number Zero's test's now over. If the test is over, then stop calling it by a code name. It's a real man now. Still, it's obvious it's an Axion mech, reacting perfectly to all of my commands, mild as it is. Huh, really? It's terrible, Chief. A dimension quake starting. Now, lucky! Couldn't have expected more. And now the shitlords show up. Just the worst garbage. Dimensional beasts. Jigenju. Dimensional beasts. Creatures from another dimension which appear when a dimensional quake occurs. Every organization's currently trying to get some info about this life form. There's no way to communicate with them and they start to destroy everything whenever they appear, so they're considered as one of the worst disasters. In other words, I have no choice but to fight them, right? Wait a minute, meddler. You said this mech was mild, didn't you? I'll explain later. Time to fight. Nice timing! Just nice timing. I'm removing the limiter. What? Let me explain. Its official codename is DM Buster number 0. DM Buster? Yep. Dimensional Monster Buster. In other words, this is the first anti-dimensional beast weapon. You see, it's a machine specialised in the extermination of mysterious monsters. It's so strong and fast that it can make you lose consciousness. Think you can handle it? Stupid question. With this much mobility, I can finally fight the way I like. Alright, if you're gonna brag like that, then I guess there's no problem. Let's go with the real debut of the Bruster. Yokai, Roger. Bruster, time for me to show you your true power. Crow just looks like Asakim's long-lost brother. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about? Looks nothing like Asakim. Do you have face blindness? Is that why you don't like OG characters? As long as we can't communicate, then it's kill or be killed. So, no holding back. I'm counting on you, Bruster. Spotlight's on you after all. These things with their fucking dick. Gotta do better than that. Let's give him the good combat pattern. I don't think they do any dick-based attacks. Like, they do the tail flick, but they've just got this huge weird dick. How's the audio bands for you guys? Fucking Crow and his really long animations. He doesn't look like Asakim at all. Like, I don't know what you and Elite Man is like. I don't understand. Like, I really don't understand. So he's gonna spoke with confidence, but with just this, it ain't gonna be easy. An enemy? Mobile suit. Who does he belong to? And then here's Wu Fei. So weak. What? But in such circumstances, I can't leave you here alone. I'll lend you a hand. Right. I don't know where you're from or who you are, but thanks. Here's Wu Fei. I don't have much time for the start of the operation. Let's settle this as quick as possible. Here we go, Nataku. Justice can't afford to lose. I mean, the hair most, like, I don't think, like, other than that they've both got long hair, they, I don't know, like, I think you guys are nuts on this one. Like, I'm just gonna have to just live and let live on this one. then he's got the flamethrower and the beam glaive, but the flamethrower is kind of fucking balls. I'm not allowed to look at these guys. Okay, double. Okay, so they can do 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think there are any secrets on the first stage, but I better just check. There's nothing until 13. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's beam glaive this fucker. Only better than that. It's also the rare time that you get the we're getting the TV versions of these wing boys. Assault combat pattern 5. We had this yesterday in Blood Bowl where someone was like, so what's the deal with Talisman? And then one dude was just going, it's really good, it's not just stupid RNG, every game's stupid RNG. And like people were trying to seriously tell the guy why Talisman was bad, while this other dude was joking, and he was like, sorry, I thought everybody knew Talisman was bad. And it's like, no, it's why they asked. Like, if we miss this SR point, I'm just gonna be confused, mostly. Like, more than anything. Because I don't think there's, like, many places you can move Crow to fight a man other than where I did. Like, the enemies are only straight down. And this fucker then didn't fight me. Like, I think it might just be the nerds though. No, I think it is just these guys, but we'll see, I guess. If we don't, then I just need to not move Wu Fei. Because if we hadn't moved Wu Fei, then this dude would have attacked him instead of running over to him and then not. So we'll quick load on that one. Like, already we're quick loading. That's really weird to me. Got him. Ufei shows up. Ufei's like, you're garbage, dude. Yeah, like, I think you just have to not move Ufei. Yeah, like, they don't have a post-movement attack. Yeah, so you just, like, that was my bad. Then I fucked that up, then. Like, by just not paying attention to that. Actually, like, the easiest star point ever. The next SR point, though. Oh, boy. Next SR point is the hardest one across all games, all time. I think we can put on Wings of a Boy That Killed Adolescents, like a Z2 version that we should be allowed. No post movement on Mook seems like a weird design choice. You have no fucking idea how awful these things are. Dimensional beasts are actually like the worst shit. There we go. Yeah, so that was just me not paying attention. Finally over. Thanks, man, I owe you one. And off Ufei goes because he's a shit. And he left. Well, looks like he's got his own reasons. Good job, meddler. Even though someone came to save you, you did pretty good. I don't need any thanks. And here's the researcher. Oh, then would you really by any chance be a hero of justice? Seigi no hero? Thanks won't help pay the bills, and hate to bring up the subject, but can't you find a more material way of being grateful? Anything to be fine. Crow's so good, he's like, please. Please. And here we are at the Scott Labs hangar. So, now you understand. I see. So this is why you suddenly started to talk about money. Well, yeah. And you don't know how ashamed I am. Obviously. You deserve to be ashamed. So, what was that? Was that mobile suit one of your acquaintances? Nope, never seen that kind of mech before. It was far more powerful than the ones I used to see. That's what I thought too. The technology used to create it seems completely different from what was built up till now. I'm the one who was saved, and he left without saying a thing. Not putting my nose into his affairs is what you'd call good manners. This world is ruled by instability, after all. It's quite obvious that new weapons and technology are being developed in various places. And the Bruster's one of them, huh? Well, dimensional beasts did appear. We had to do something in case our weapons wouldn't work against them. Well, I have nothing to do with that, though. Still, this is really praiseworthy of you, quitting the army in order to repay your father's debt. You don't get it. I just didn't like the army's way of solving problems from the start. And to be exact, even when I decided to join the army, I only did it because I didn't get along with my dad, so I wanted to live on my own. Well, anyway, you completed my precious Bruster's test, so you'll have your reward. How much do you want? 1 million G. And then the researcher, hey, with 1 million G you could even buy a super luxury mansion with dozens of rooms. Whatever the circumstances may be, let me tell you, you're just a stingy guy. Just as you said. Then just decide by yourself how much you'll give me. Quite the modest man. I've already been cornered and then forced to demand money, but letting my feelings be poor as well goes against my principles. And when I started getting rid of those terrorists, I didn't really think about the money, so I don't want to look pathetic now. Then, 1G. Hey, no matter what I said, that a bit too stingy? What then, were your words a lie? Wait a minute, I admit I didn't imagine that you'd give me just 1G. I don't know if I should accept it with a smile or grumble. And then Z2.1 comes in. Do you really think you're in a position to say such stupid things? Researcher, who? You? The man sent by the group who he owes money to. So you're alright. Pretty lucky. And that's thanks to you. I'm grateful for this. So, don't tell me you're right off. Don't be stupid. Your debt's got nothing to do with it. Of course. So, give me those 1 million G. If you can't, then I'll have you work for a PMC. PMC, Private Military Corporation. In other words, mercenary. At first, I thought I could have you work as a bodyguard, but after seeing that fight, I changed my mind. You're worth way more money. Hold it. Don't interfere, miss. We're talking business. What would you think about me paying your 1 million G? Are you serious? We'll just count as expenses for... No, yeah. Yeah. Are you serious? Couldn't be more. Well, as long as I have my money, I don't care who's paying, but... Chief, are you serious? We'll just count it as expenses. So, quick, crying, bring me the documents. Yes, Mum. Would you, by any chance, be a goddess? Now, don't get me wrong. Who said I would give you the money? I'll lend you it. In exchange, I'll have you work as our Bruster's test pilot. But that way, I found someone who could master our machine with the limiter released. And I respected your stupid guy. Wait, I don't really know what you mean. Then, do you have any way to repay me the 1 million G today? Not a clue. And then Z2.1, let me give you a good piece of advice, kid. We live in a world with no justice and no sympathy. You should just do as rich people tell you. Well, I've got nothing to say back to that. And then Trier, if you don't want to work with us, then just repay the 1 million G. That way, you'll be free to do what you want. I can't even sigh. I brought the documents for the transfer. Yep, well done then. Let's show it to this guy. I'm fine with it. Goodbye, young man. With this, our deal is over. Wait! What, again? You want to get your revenge for all I said, do you? You were just given 1 million G, so give me back the 1 G I gave you. Ain't that a bit trivial? Shut it! 1 G is 1 G. Don't make fun of you might regret it. Yeah, here you go. No, this really is goodbye. Yep, goodbye. Hope I won't see you again. Feel the same. See you, lifesaver. You had some style. Off he goes. And then, well, guess it's over now. Guess that was the last of that, he says. And then try it. Don't forget, your 1 million G debt hasn't disappeared, okay? Just ruined the mood in an instant. Yeah, he's tension. Well, let's introduce ourselves. My name's Trier Scott. I'm the person in charge of this, the 13th Defense Laboratory from the Axiom Foundation, also called Scott Lab. By the way, this is my persona, Foxy-san. And I'm Crow Bruce, but you can call me Crow. First of all, take this G. Thank you. Now your debt is 999,999 G. Ain't that great? Your burden just got a little lighter. For sure, no one should look down on just 1 G. I like your positive attitude. A test pilot's gotta be like that. Well, when I die, I want to be moving forward, you see? Alright, first I gotta fine-tune the Bruster to be more effective in real battles. Crow, which one do you like? Close or long-range combat? And then you pick long-range or close-range. But because we've done it already once, we can swap after each stage, I believe. But we'll do long-range for now because we're going to do the super route first. But we can swap, I believe, in stages. Long range, okay. Then from now on, I'll be tuning it with that in mind. So, as a test pilot, what should I do? You've got a lot to do. Collect data from fights, test new equipment, and of course, fighting dimensional beasts. But let's begin with a demonstration of Bruster's power. Demonstration? Like, you just straight up there, that whole word is demonstration. Your first job will go to a demonstration of the latest mobile suit from the AEU, and then destroy it. Seriously? And Crow Boost, current debt 999,999 G. Fucking Crow. He's so good.